And I think the first part of this issue that should be articulated is AI is kind of a fancy thing. First of all, it's 2 letters. It means artificial intelligence. But ultimately what it is it's about machine learning. And so the machine is taught. And part of the issue here is what information is going into the machine that will then determine, and we can predict then, if we think about what information is going in, what then will be produced in terms of decisions and opinions that may be made through that process.
US Vice President Kamala Harris faces criticism for her complicated explanations on artificial intelligence, AI, transportation, and culture, leaving citizens scratching their heads. With her intricate and often confusing statements, Harris's approval rating has plummeted, raising questions about her ability to effectively communicate with the American people. Welcome to Slant News. If you want to support, you can subscribe to our channel. US Vice President Kamala Harris has come under ridicule by people in the country as she tried to explain artificial intelligence, AI, in a very complicated manner, leaving the people confused and scratching their heads at a roundtable gathering of labor and civil rights leaders in Washington, D.C., on Wednesday. While speaking, Harris said, AI is kind of a fancy thing. First of all, it's 2 letters. It means artificial intelligence. The 58-year-old continued to explain, it's about machine learning, and so, the machine is taught, and part of the issue here is what information is going into the machine that will then determine, and we can predict then, if we think about what information is going in, what then will be produced in terms of decisions and opinions that may be made through that process. Her intricate explanation drew a lot of criticism from lawmakers in the US, with the Republican National Committee posting a video. The explanation comes just a day after Kamala Harris faced similar criticism for such a description of transportation at an event alongside Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg on Tuesday. This issue of transportation is fundamentally about just making sure that people have the ability to get where they need to go, she told a gathering of disability rights advocates. It's that basic. While defining culture, the first ever VP of the US, in a recent gaffe, said last Friday while spewing off word salad when trying to define culture at New Orleans' Essence Festival. Culture is a reflection of our moment and our time. Right? She stated. And present culture is the way we express how we are feeling about the moment, and we should always find times to express how we feel about the moment, Harris continued. That is a reflection of joy. Because, you know, she said, pausing and then breaking into laughter, it comes in the morning. We have to find ways to also express the way we feel about the moment in terms of just having language and a connection to how people are experiencing life. And I think about it in that way, too, the 2024 VP candidate said. Harris also grabbed media attention for a speech she delivered in February regarding abortion. So I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present, and to be able to contextualize it, to understand where we exist in history and in the moment as it relates not only to the past but the future, she said at the time. As US President Joe Biden sometimes faces stumbling while speaking, according to observers, Harris sometimes talks almost nonsensically, using cascading dependent clauses that make her sentences difficult to decipher. As she is already a candidate for VP in Biden's second presidential bid, her approval rating has plunged, with data from late June showing that she held a 51.3% disapproval rating, with just 39.2% of citizens approving her. Here we wrap up the news on this topic. And be sure to subscribe to our channel.